floats alive.
Me going live, and that's lights. We have lights.
I know.
Camera and action. Now back up there. Don't
Not
forget.
that kind of action, young man. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What are we looking for? Oh,
I got it.
oh Lord. You are amazing amount of efficiency and a bunch of crap.
I thought you were about to say creaking again. I'm like, I am an amazing amount of creaking. I do not know why that thing has gone fuzzy wuzzy, but it has. And it's squinty.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, it's a bit cloudy. And
Oh, well, so am I.
well, that's okay.
That's
Maybe-
Xertex.
Yeah, maybe we're just seeing it and it's actually okay and it's not cloudy at all.
Oh, Lord.
You got glasses because these are tiny.
I do.
Oh, that's
I
good.
did have glasses. I thought I had them on my head. I usually do.
Oh,
The 5 glasses I got for $15 has been the best bargain. I've got them all over the place. Okay, so that's Janine. That's probably
oh,
critical.
okay. Oh, that'll be for her tax person.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's another one, Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Everybody looking for her. And this is for Toyota owner.
Oh, that'll be you.
That'd be me. And this is Janine.
Seriously?
Very popular. And this is Colby,
Who's also popular?
who's pre-approved. And so we throw those out because
Yes, we do.
he's already approved. Uh-oh. There's one for me. Oh, that's probably a bill.
Oh, lovely.
Well, that's all right. Well, you know, Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can't complain. I'm getting my money's worth out of them, I'll tell you.
Yes, that's very true.
And that's another one. Bridges and tunnels. We know what that is.
Janine, like, we'll put it over here.
And then that says equine rescue, but we'll take it because we want to see what's in it. And then we have another one. Tax information.
Oh,
And that's it.
wow.
Okay.
Look at us all popular.
What?
Look at you all popular.
Yeah. What am I going to be popular on?
Hey, do you want me to take that? Here, listen, I'll wheel the stool in. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. There we go. A leaning device.
Yes.
A leaning device. Well, let's open Jan.
Oh, yes.
She's always got some good things to say.
Yes.
And she did mail it on the 29th.
Oh, gosh, that was quite quick. Is it the 2nd of February today?
It is something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you, Jan.
I love my job, especially when I'm on vacation. That's a good one. Albert Einstein. The difference between stupidity and genius is that the genius has its limits. That's true. I know I'm stupid, but when I look around, I feel a whole lot better. She got some good ones.
She does, and I like that she has a theme to them.
Yeah, right. Well, this is Medicare. Medicare prescription.
Oh, gosh.
This could be interesting.
You better not be chewing that, young man. That. Get me, but I heard that. Gentle.
This prescription stuff is pretty wild.
I've never come a more confusing process than healthcare.
Oh, geez, it's terrible. You know, just think of what it costs to send out all this stuff
I know.
on that piece of paper.
It-
This side left blank.
But we can use that.
Ah!
Is it just updating your most recent medications?
I don't know that. Oh, here it is in many languages.
That's not going to help us very much, unfortunately. Hello. What is it? What is
Oh,
it?
approval. Oh, Medicare prescription drug. There was something they wanted to prescribe to me. It sounded like it was experimental, and I forgot which ailment it's for by now.
Oh gosh.
But it was going to be amazingly expensive. So apparently that's
Is it that one? That's the one for itch, isn't it?
Is that's a different one that I'm getting now?
No, I thought that you already had that one.
That's Xerox.
No. I think you've already got that one.
Well, if that's the one that we got, that's only $50 worth, right? Is that one?
The Zyrtec was $50 and it was over the counter. But I think that this one here we've already got in rotation.
We'll find out.
I don't know how much more shake, rattling and rolling you can do, really.
I know.
Although that thing that
coverage.
that thing that the PT was talking about today, which is an anti-itch rub-on in a foam version, and he said it was quite strong. Because I think we just need to go for the top strength. None of this fiddling about with working up.
Well, I'm authorized coverage to the 25.
Oh, perfect.
As long as the following, you remain enrolled in prescription D. The medication, they'll continue to give it to me if the medication continues to be safe for treating your condition.
Well, that's reassuring.
There's something wrong with that statement. I had the feeling it was an experimental drug.
Right.
I can't remember what the hell it was.
I think that's the scratching one.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that made much of a difference, did it?
No, because I think that's what's in the Xerox.
Yes. Because they said to me that...
There was something they were going to give to me. It was like $7,000 a month. And that's the one that...
Well, we didn't pay out of pocket for that one.
No. I don't know whether that's that one or what. We'll let you know.
Or one we've yet to come across.
Here's another. This one's probably telling me I can't have it or something.
Ah.
Oh, it says so. Thank you for being a member of Blue Cross Blue Shield. Somehow I owe them $238. Look at all this. I'm supposed to read all this crap.
No.
Judy! No.
I think.
Did you want to read it?
No. I think we just look at the front page.
I'm looking for the front page here.
That came out the middle.
Yeah. Oh, this is why you're going to have it that way. Here, you can have that one.
You know they don't have Scottish in
And
this.
this is non-discriminatory notice.
All right, okay.
And this says they're doing everything they're supposed to do in Massachusetts,
Really good.
including kill another tree to send all this crap out.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything with us at this time.
Oh, so they sent us a letter to say we don't need to do anything at the moment.
That's right.
Excellent.
Oh, God, I hate reading. Because I don't read well. And it's no fun.
That's why we have Judy. She's super at it.
Did you notice how I did that?
I did. I was just hoping there wasn't a letter in it.
No, there's not. There's this. Thank you for the cute picture that you sent me last year.
Oh my God.
Oh my word.
Excuse me.
Thank you for the cute picture that you sent me last year. I'm happy to contribute as much as I can to your wonderful organization. And that's all the payment that I want. Sharon. Well, isn't that lovely? Thank you, Sharon. That's where you from? Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Thank you.
Is that the person she's always dealing with in Virginia?
No. Thank you so very much. That was extremely generous.
You're going to put it back in the envelope?
No, I'm putting it in the book.
Put it in the book, in the envelope, and preserve it.
And then I'm going to put it, you sit on it, and we're not to lose it.
No, no, I'm not going to do that. Put $1 in with it.
Was there $1 there? Oh, give me this back. I had this all organised.
I'm sorry.
Until we just about
it's not my department.
We just about passed out with
right.
excitement.
That's very nice.
Thank you so very much.
That will cheer her tremendously. She had a bad day. She did.
Did you make sure she had enough coffee?
I don't know what the problem was. She arrived here this morning with 2 coffees in her hand, and she really wasn't smiley.
It's grey skies. It's yucky weather.
That's right. And it's cold out.
It's cold out.
She doesn't like the cold.
No, she does not like the cold.
I hadn't even said anything, and she was just sort of, annoyed with the world.
Well, I think she's exhausted.
Well, what the hell is she exhausted about? She's not working.
Well, she is because she's doing that barn, and I think that when she's
she's not. She sits around here. She's not doing anything.
She is doing plenty.
What?
She is doing plenty. We're all doing plenty.
Yeah, well, she's trying to figure out a trailer.
So even more exciting. Wallace is going to come, and he is going to...
Wallace?
Yes. No, he's not lifting anything for you because we've got him on a job. He is going to come.
I like Wallace.
He's super, isn't he?
He's
super
very
fun.
nice.
Super fun. And he's going to come and help us with the trees with our handy-dandy chainsaw. Thank you very much. And then, this is so exciting, we're going to hire a chipper, and we're going to chip the wood, and then we're going to use it in our muddy spots. That's what we're doing, because do you know how much it costs to get rid of it if we don't put it down in elsewhere?
It's never cost me anything to get rid of brush.
Oh no, these are trees.
Trees you burn.
Yeah, so that's what we want to do, because we were looking...
How much does the chipper cost?
I don't know. We're looking at it at the moment.
You could almost buy one.
Well, I did suggest that because it's something that we use
Actually,
quite
we
a lot.
have 2 of them.
Eh?
We used to use it to chip the meat.
I don't want my wood chips contaminated with wood. Oh! No, seriously, do you?
We had 2 of them. We had 2 chippers, and they I think were for chipping the smaller stuff.
Oh, right, okay.
But the big stuff, you just cut in hunks and burn on the T10.
Yes.
At any rate.
We've got a tremendous amount. We just want to get it all cleaned up. So, Wallace is going to come and help us with that.
Perfection is expensive.
No, this is just a general tidy. We're not even going for perfection. We've got...
You can take those logs and you can build a jump, and then Janine would ride back and forth over it.
Do we normally have as many blinking cones off the trees? Fir cones?
This is unusual. Where the hell are they coming from?
I don't know. I'm thinking it's the squirrels. I think every time I go by, they go, there's another one. Honestly.
No, they're all over the ground.
Still all over the ground.
They are all over the ground. I'll go along with that.
It's bizarre.
It's perfect for burning, you can put them. You can put them in your fireplace.
Well, that's not a bad thing. But the other thing, it was very bizarre because normally when everything's frozen on the trees, it just sits there. And the driveway's been so white. And then there was a whole mass, like this wide, across the driveway, and it was all fir cones.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
No, it's really odd. I'm sure it's global warming.
God, that must be it.
Of one fir tree. So, yes, it is a Good Friday because you had a good report from your PT.
I did.
Yeah.
He thought I was wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, everybody does say that I'm looking better than I did a month ago.
I know.
I must have looked pretty bad.
Well, you did. You were a bit grey. I personally felt. But so that's good. So you passed the numerical test on your finger for getting up and down your driveway.
Yep.
Which is super. And
I didn't realize I was to have a physical today.
No.
I just thought it was another one of these things that had to do with the hospital deal. But no, I mean, a year ago, apparently I planned on having a physical today.
Oh, did you book another one for next year for the same time?
Yeah.
Did you put it somewhere that we'll remember?
Oh, no.
No.
They keep it online, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
my Leahy chart.
Well, we need to confer with the My Leahy chart, so we're ahead of the game.
Oh, I can only say 2 or 3 days ahead because it's very busy.
Yeah, I know.
I put it on there in red somewhere. See the red? See the red?
And some people are going to be having to use their nice, neat handwriting, because this is quite tricky.
It is. It's not as big as it ought to be, but anyway.
No. So that was good. That got that out of the way for another year, which was super.
Blood pressure was fine and stuff like that. But she did say I should take it easy and I should not be stressed.
Oh, did you say, I have a life that's very, very, very stress-free. I'm on it.
Ah, God. All right.
It's always nice when they say to you, if you've got high blood pressure, so you should be making sure that, you know, you're eating well, you're exercising and avoiding stress. And I'm like, okay. Sounds great to
Tell me
me.
how.
If anybody's got a magic method for that, that would be much appreciated. Oh yes, the reason Carlene White is watching is because I'm on Carlene's phone reading the questions.
Oh.
So it appears online and it says that you're actually watching when you're not really. It's I've been
Okay.
trying to keep up.
How many people are watching? Is that 214? That's
Yes.
there? Wow.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
dear.
That certainly is very nice of all you people to join us.
I know. I'm trying to think what I did today. I spent up until 12 o'clock in my pyjamas because I started going down a wormhole online. I was paying bills. You know, and then you start thinking, oh no, actually forget that I was paying bills. I was changing all my passwords
Oh dear.
because I've obviously started changing some, and then they started saying, that's not the password. But now I've got a choice of 2 or 3 passwords. Lethal.
It's
Absolutely
awful.
lethal.
If I had a way of getting rid of passwords, if anybody wants to wander around my whatever I've got,
So
go right ahead.
So I spent all morning trying to get access to Verizon accounts, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yep. So, and I've still not sorted the Verizon
And
signing
the number
out.
of people we could employ by getting rid of that hold button. Oh. We solve the unemployment in the whole world.
And I tried your that code for paying the Verizon bill, and the Verizon bill's like, yes, excellent. And every time I went in, do you want to pay with the bank account? I'm like, yes! And it's like, I did not understand that. I'll have to put you on hold and you'll have to speak to a representative and it will cost you money. And I'm like, eh? So
It costs me money to talk to the person?
because I think they're obviously trying to push you onto the automated service, which is great.
I don't think it's great.
Well, it's because they don't understand my accent.
Oh.
It goes, what was that? And I'm like, I'm not repeating it for you. So I try and use the keypad because I think it's a bit clearer than a foreign accent. So I'm using the keypad and then I end up all over the place. So I'm still going to work that out. That's why I normally let Nick pay the Verizon bill because it's all
Well, Judy
gobbled.
managed fine.
Yeah, it's gobbledygook to
Except
me.
somehow I got so far behind or whatever that I had to do something or they're going to shut it off. And that's when they let me just dial in number sign PMT. Is that what you did?
No, you can just do that anyway.
What?
You can do that just to pay your bill.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I thought I was giving you a piece of information that maybe you didn't know.
No, I didn't know it. But I couldn't get it to work today.
Mine worked beautifully.
I told you.
I didn't have to hold for anything.
No. Oh.
And the other thing that worked beautifully was AAA.
Yes.
That, I could not say nicer things about AAA. They have a little picture on your television that shows you where the little man is, which is how far he is away, and they tell you he's 9 minutes, and then he's 7 minutes, and he's at your driveway, and where the hell are you? things like that.
Oh, is that in your driveway in Topsfield? There you go.
No, that wasn't the problem.
No.
Did you know what the problem was?
What?
When I was trying to tell my computer where I was, I had to move the pin around. You know what the pin on the tells on the map where you are?
You dropped the pin?
You drop the pin. So I dropped the pin and I got 35 Boxford Road. I think that's close enough. Okay? Well, it turns out 35 Boxford Road is the house next door to me. It has a whole bunch of cars. And it's a very different kind of place. And so that's why I was panicked to get Janine down to the bottom of the driveway.
Yes.
Well, she didn't want to do that. She wanted to go to Tractor Supply first. And I kept saying, no, he's 9 minutes away. You know, the whole thing got out of hand. But it was very well done on their part.
Yes.
I was amazed.
And then she must have phoned me from the end of the driveway.
It must be. And
then,
you came running out with a key.
And then she said to me, the dogs are in the car. And I went, how long have they been in the car for? And she went, oh, well, Wanda shut the door. And I said, but we've got spare keys. And she went, no, we haven't. And I said, we have? I said, I think I know where they are. And I said to Nick, where are those spare keys? He went, they're still hanging in the sunroom. I'd seen them about a week before, and I thought, I must remember they're there. So I went out and let the dogs out, and I thought, I better just walk down and get Janine. So I was walking down with Wanda and this boy here, and of course Janine's coming up slowly with the big truck behind her. I'm like, oops.
I don't know why there was no key in my flap.
That's weird.
The gas flap on every car I've had for the longest time, I've always stuck a key to get me back in. Not one of these fancy electronic keys, but at least a key to get me back in when I've got myself locked out. And it fits very nicely in the. There's always a piece of metal that you kind of stick it in there. But it wasn't there this time. I don't know who took it out or whatever. I don't know if anybody had to use it and didn't tell me or put it back.
I didn't even know it was there.
It's always there on my car, but it's not. So now I got to go to Toyota and figure that out.
And find another one. Yep. Well, Judy keeps us all straight. That's what Judy does. No, we have an accountant separate to Judy. She'll be glad to hear.
Yeah.
So Judy keeps us straight, and then we're straight for going to the accountant, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure the accountant appreciates that as well.
Okay.
Elvis is doing very well. He's having a super time. The only problem we really have with Elvis is because Maybelline is not a very friendly cow, and she's quite standoffish. He goes and stands beside her because he's a very nice gentleman, and he goes and looks after her. So as soon as you go anywhere near Elvis, she walks off and he walks off with her. Which is... because he's always been...
But he likes his stomach fed.
He does. He also likes rubbed in between his horns. Oh. And the funniest thing is...
Can we scratch her yet?
So Kate can. She's far more relaxed with Kate.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, when Kate was away and Ava was covering for Kate, and then Ava, she does a barn job herself, and she said to me, would you mind just bringing the animals in at night time because I'm at work when they come in? I said, sure. So she said, you know what to do with the cows? And I'm like, of course I know what to do with the cows. And she's like, no, seriously. She said, you have to, the horses go into their side of the barn, get shut away to start their dinner. With the cows, you shake so that they can hear that their dinner's there, put the bucket in the far end of their stall, and then you have to go and hide in the tack stall so that they can't see you and they come in. And as soon as you hear them eating out of the bucket, you go and shut the door. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yep. Wow. So I, of course, promptly forgot. And I'm standing there going, come on, Elvis. And I'm like, oh, I have to go hide. And sure enough, he went in.
He did? He did that?
Yeah, but Elvis used to when he was by himself, he used to go, come on, Elvis. And he'd be like, oh, I'm coming.
Yeah, well, he was bottle fed as a child.
Yeah, he was lovely.
So those bottle fed animals are different.
Yeah, he's so nice. Yeah, you know, that's exactly right, Nancy. It is the 12th day of grey in the northeast. There has been 12th day of grey, there's been so little blue sky. It's dull. Dull, dull, dull.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The weather.
Yes?
So Nancy was saying, when Janine comes here and she's got bright, she was at 70 degrees down in Aiken.
That's true.
And then you come here and we've got dull, 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 dull grey stuff.
I thought you were coming up with some Scottish holiday that was 12 days.
No,
12 days of Christmas, like, you know?
that gentleman today said something about, do you celebrate? And I'm thinking, never heard of it, but it's an Irish Saint Something's Day. Yeah.
But it's not named the 12 days of Christmas or something? That's what I was
Is that not before Christmas? I don't know. Now you're confusing me. Not hard. Oh, some people have had sun today. Not us. Yeah. We missed it.
I kind of like the rain, but I'd like to have it rain to stop this nonsense of just plain dull.
Yeah. Yeah, the physical therapy went really well today. Yeah. And that will fill in our mud holes. We've got quite a lot of mud holes.
The what?
In the paddocks. We've got quite a lot of mud holes.
Mud toes?
Holes. Holes in the ground where they've been wearing it away.
Oh.
Yes.
They can't get into the water, can they?
No.
Oh.
No. They can't.
On the topic of fences, though, out the backside, I don't know whether you're using those doors on the back of that, but if you are, there was a tree down.
Mm-hmm.
And not that that's particularly a problem, but if they try and jump the fence, they might get a leg stuck in the fence.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably ought to look at that.
Which backside is this? On the Deagle side?
Go out on the far side.
At the pond side?
Which is the pond?
The round thing with water in it?
Okay, no.
The other side.
The other end.
Yes.
And another thing, that lovely stainless steel little tub that's there,
Ah.
you know what that's for?
Oh God, is it something disgusting?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then what is it for?
It's so that people could dump their water buckets in that instead of out the door, because in the wintertime, boom, right down the hill. So I put this thing in, there's a PVC pipe in the floor that carries it out and into the pasture.
So does it go through the external wall?
No, it's right there in the middle.
Is it the hole in the floor? So did that actually sit near the stove?
Yeah.
Yeah, just so, because I said to Nick, you should probably clean out that
Hole.
that hole. I said, I'm sure it does something. And yeah, that makes sense.
Probably got rats in it by now.
Oh.
It's winter, they're coming in.
Exactly. Well,
but no, that's so the water is carried into the pasture and not out where people walk.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the thing is, there's no sign of either mouse.
But I'm not sure I'm not going to take that away from you when I get down here, because I like that stove.
No, it's a very handy size.
It is.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no poo from either mouse or rats.
That's because we have no food out there.
No.
Right.
Well, there is actually food out there, but yeah, I've got a tin of dog food out there.
Oh.
But
You ought to get some of those.
Yeah.
Got more of those things around.
I've got two of those in the porch.
Well, clean one out and you put your dog food in it.
Yeah, but I thought you were looking for them for something.
Well, I am constantly.
Okay, so I was holding on to them.
I'd like to see them well used. I had 12, so. Oh. Right.
I think we might be going on a search. How are you doing with your Sudoku today?
My Sudoku? Well, by noon I could do the easy one.
Oh, that's good. The easy one?
I know.
All right, okay.
I know, I'm going way downhill in general.
Yeah. No, it was not a senior visit today. It was her physical today.
Right.
We were busy. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. That groundhog, it says springs are coming.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I'm not putting any faith in the groundhog because, quite
Let
frankly,
me tell you another story.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say, I'm going to tell you 3 words. Oh, you don't do this.
No, but that was a good one. Oh, this is a good
let me
story.
tell you. May I tell them?
Yes, tell them. It's a good one.
Oh, good. When you go and they say, I'm going to tell you 3 words, and a few minutes I ask you what they are. And so they did it last year to me, and I didn't realize that all these people, including the nurse that comes here, they have 3 words that their company uses. And in the case of the doctors up here at Leahy, it is, let me see, let me get it straight. It's apple, penny, and watch.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, I'm going to tell you 3 words, and then I'll ask you what they are. And she started apple, and I said, stop! I said, and it's coin and watch. She said, it's not coin, it's penny. But that's from a year ago.
That's what she said to you. She said you'd remembered the ones from 12
I
months
remember the
before.
year ago.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It is pretty good. I purposely have tried to remember that.
Yes.
But I never realized that it's the same. Next year it'll be the same 3 words.
Well, you don't need, just remember them, you're fine.
I know. I've almost forgotten the one the nurse used here. It was something about shoes, box, and socks. Blue. The middle one was blue.
Hmm.
Shoe, blue.
Does she ask you that every time she comes?
No, but every once in a while.
All right, okay.
But it's the same words.
Have you told her that you're being affected by Zyrtec? Don't condemn me yet, it's the Zyrtec. Jiminy did go on an outing today. He went as Carlene's service dog to the hospital visit.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Janine is a little bit antsy in handling him, though. I mean, she really had to have a service dog vest on him.
I thought you had to have a service dog vest.
Well, it's very nice if you do, but it's not necessary.
Maybe she's angsty because it's dirty. I keep thinking to myself, I should take an old toothbrush over it and clean it up. Somebody has drooled on it several times.
Well, I tell you what the problem there is. I think we have a whole box full of those upstairs in the ICU that we can't get to. That's where I was storing stuff like that.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to ask for a look-see. Is there a door at this end of the ICU, Bill? This end of it?
To both ends, but there's a thing inside.
Because there's a mezzanine layer,
Oh?
a loft area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a living accommodation up there. There are 3 queen-size beds up there.
Oh my God.
So there. I know.
3.
3.
And
Well, I was storing them in case I needed them.
you know there's 2 twin beds out there.
Oh.
And then there's 2 twin mattresses in the Deagle.
Really?
Yeah, because Nick lifted the ones that used to be in the house, the bed frames. Those, what did they come from? Were they storage? Were they packing or something?
Packing, yeah.
Yeah, so there's the two mattresses that are with them.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, you know what's good about it this time of year is you kill the bed bugs.
Yeah.
Right, so
Well,
now is the time of year I will pick up a mattress along the street if it looks good.
But you know what? I don't even know that we've been cold enough to kill off anything at the moment.
Oh, we have. We had a
Do you
couple
think
nights
so?
that were terrible. Wasn't it 19 one night? That's
not,
cold enough to kill them.
Is it cold enough? As long as it's cold enough to kill them. Oh, I don't know. We have 2 cows. 2 cows. Oh, do you know what Nick said to me last night? Worried about him. He showed me a video. He said, I really like these miniature Highland cows. And I'm like, how? I said, we've got 2 cows. And he went, but these are lovely. He said, they're like dogs apparently. I went, okay. He said, they would be a really good addition. So I said, well, you go and look and see if you can get them in rescue. They're about $5,000 each.
Sure, that's what the one we had would have been more than that. He spotted.
Oh, Elvis.
Elvis.
Oh my gosh.
That's an expensive animal.
Whoa. Good grief.
Hand
Anyway.
raised? Wow.
Do I have wilderness too? No idea. Oh. Oh, it's that's right. It's St. Bridget's Day. That's what he said.
What is?
That's the Irish celebration of St. Bridget's Day.
Oh.
I don't know what that's for. Any special plans for the weekend?
Oh, we had active weekend again?
Yeah, we are. It's come up. Not that it makes any difference to us, quite
No,
frankly.
it doesn't. What is your problem, daughter? I
What can
didn't
you
spill any
smell?
food. This is what's known as a cleanup committee.
She's
I
very
didn't spill
efficient.
it.
She's a good girl. Oh. I thought all Subarus were four-wheel drives. Maybe not.
What's this?
Subarus. Some people can unlock their Subaru cars on their phones.
I'm going to buy a Subaru. I almost called Nick and said, can you dial something in here?
Well, so the previous expedition that we had, it had, in fact, I think that one's got it as well. It's got the buttons outside that you can put a code in to open it. And I always thought the reason was you could turn your car on, get it heated up, but lock it again if you were parking it on a roadside, etc. And I always thought, what a super idea. Only problem blinking was I could never remember the code, so I had it on my phone, and I must have had it for... It's Nick. You're fine.
I was
It's
going to say,
Nick.
that's somebody.
It's Nick.
Sizzle.
I think he's getting the chicken food out of the car for me.
What?
The chicken food. And I was kicking myself because I had it on a text message, and the text message, they must clear out after a certain period of time. So when one of the dogs, same thing, stood on it, and I'm on the road outside Meredith with, I think I had 5 dogs in the car, and they're all going, and I'm like, oh God. I had to get the stone guys to break into the car to get and they did it, and I can remember how they did it as well. So if I've ever got a problem, I'm just going to break in. See the skills you develop.
Yeah.
Always good. Yeah, so an early spring does sometimes bring the threat of an early summer and all that heat and nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bugs.
Yeah. That's not so good. Do your dogs still get green beans?
No, mine don't. But if I had it, I gotta give it to them.
I think they get Parmesan cheese, do they not?
They do. They get that,
They've moved on up.
and they get egg yolks too sometimes.
Yes.
Because I don't eat all the egg yolks.
Yeah.
If I have 2 eggs, I eat 1 yolk.
Oh.
It has something to do with cholesterol or something.
Oh, there's where I've gone wrong. If I have eggs, I have two yolks and none of the white. Oh dear. Yeah, I can see it all stacking
The yolks
up.
that have the high cholesterol.
Yes, probably. Yeah. Oh my, now people are talking about cars and things that I just don't know. So we have zebus, and zebus are, they have a hump behind them.
Like the Brahma bull.
They're like Brahmas, aren't they? And I always thought they were Asian cows, but apparently they're African.
Could be. These are miniature also.
Yeah. And it's a bit worrying because if they're miniature, the other ones must be enormous.
Oh, they are huge.
Yep. I know. Susie's like, what's happening? And no, we do not milk the female cow. Fortunately.
We can't even touch her.
We can't touch her. And in fact, if that cow needed to be milked,
We'd be in trouble.
we'd have to have a helmet, a bodysuit.
I really would like to eventually have a goat that you can milk. That you can milk. You don't have to milk. And the reason you don't, if you leave the baby with them,
Yeah, the
then
baby
you
does
just
the
go in
job.
there for just a,
Yeah, she's got a Jersey cow. It's got very. That wasn't me.
That's her
It
foot.
was a dog.
It's Jersey. They're very butter.
Very rich.
I had one.
Ah,
Somebody bought a cow and gave it to my husband for I don't know what. At any rate, I had a cow, and the state of Massachusetts came and impregnated it for me.
wow. Why
And
did
I
they
was
do
a long
that?
arm and a plastic sleeve, and but we did milk it.
Yeah.
I had milk. I had milk all over the place. I was giving it away on the street.
Oh my goodness. It's very rich milk,
It's
isn't it?
very rich milk.
Mm-hmm.
Very rich.
It'd be good for ice cream.
Oh, it was good for everything. We made ice cream out of it. We did everything out of it, including spill it in the kitchen, make the whole kitchen smell like milk.
Oh my
Terrible.
gosh. Do you know what I did with a gallon of milk? You know the gallon containers are, if you drop them a certain way, that plastic just splits right in half.
Yeah.
And when we just moved into our other house, I dropped it in the kitchen floor, not realising, well, I did realise quite quickly, that the floors weren't sealed, the wooden boards weren't sealed. And the milk, the whole gallon, it split and it just went whoosh and then disappeared. I was like, oh, went down to the basement. It had gone through the insulation. It had gone down. I was like, oh my very goodness. So it was a bit ripe for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good, not good. Yeah, I've been taking ticks off dogs all winter, so the ticks haven't really gone dormant.
You haven't had any of mine, have you?
No, I've been taking them off wonder.
Oh.
And I've had a few on my own as well.
Yeah.
Yep, so
Mine are on that stuff.
the front line.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and they do look lovely, Jersey cows, don't they?
Yes, I love it.
They're very gentle,
This
though.
was a very, very small Jersey. It was as small as those, the two we have now.
Yeah. I actually spent, in my youth, I spent a long time in Jersey and the Channel Islands.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah.
in Guernsey. And I think they've got Guernsey cows as well, which look just like Jersey cows.
Then you came to America with the Holsteins. The whole different ballgame.
I know. I know, and then I came to America and was introduced to zebus.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So, there we go. Yeah, it's funny. The ticks are, I don't know what the ticks are like up in Wisconsin, but they're a constant source of battling down here, aren't they? It's just the way it goes. There's not much you can do. And you know, I've always heard about guineas. Did you think your guinea fowl were good for getting rid of ticks?
I did think they were. Because at that point I was not putting frontline on the dogs, and we had no ticks.
Right.
And we had 8 guineas that ran all over the place. They were loose. You can't keep the guineas in anyway.
No. They roost in trees though, don't they?
Oh, they roost everywhere. But they are funny, and they're very sociable.
Yeah?
And they're very stupid. They'll run back and forth on a fence and not realize they go through a gate. That doesn't happen. They go to the same place.
Listen, I've got enough problems with my blinking dogs and the chickens.
Yeah.
The chickens who seem to have a great deal of excitement going, it's a dog, pick, pick, pick. And I'm like, ugh, silly dog.
Well, if the guineas would stay home,
Yeah.
that would be fine. And
Yes.
if the people next door would realize that the guineas would be a good thing, but I'm sure they would be the first ones to call the Board of Health. That we got chickens all over the place,
Yeah.
They pooped on my lawn or something.
Well, we should be charging for that.
I know.
That's a total service, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's lots to think about and lots to do, I think. Oh, and zebus are famous in Brazil.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny because Wallace always really loves seeing Elvis. Yeah, as long as he doesn't try and ride him. I think Elvis would be shocked, wouldn't he? Oh dear. So that's us. I've no idea what we're doing this weekend because there's no point planning anything because it's going to be what it's going to be. Sizzle, you're really heavy, wee love.
He's trying to step on my feet.
Maybe she wants you to keep them warm. Are you going up here? Come on. You need to run up. What you doing? What you doing? Good girl. Come on, up up.
Says all, don't do that.
Go on.
Get up there. Go on, get up there. Says all.
You taking a run at it?
Here we go. Come on. Up. There you
Hey, good girl. Good girl. So, we'll see what pops up this weekend.
go. Okay.
There's always something, isn't there? Yeah.
It ain't answers, please.
This is or bed bugs. This is true. Okie dokie. Well, have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll